What's up, everybody? Welcome to Hot Takes with One Up, What Up, and John Smith.
What's good?
Today, we doing a trailer analysis and theories episode over the new teaser trailer for the show Halo, dropping on Paramount Plus next year.
Yeah, the visuals are very basic, obviously. Gives us a good design of Master Chief. When One Up initially told me about this, I didn't even know it was fucking happening. When he said, yo, we should do a trailer breakdown, I was like, trailer breakdown of what? The video game? Because they just dropped the new Halo video game. He's like, no, the fucking trailer for the Paramount Plus series. I'm like, what? Fucking Paramount Plus series?
Shout out to Paramount Plus, taking over CBS All Access. They still need to work out the kinks in that shit because it's not... You kind of take shit for granted with those streaming services. Like Netflix actually runs really well. I don't... Like, have you noticed, like, even HBO Max doesn't run that great sometimes? Like, it'll just sort of fail.
Yeah, facts. The very first thing that you see is this scarred back, right?
Yeah.
Of Master Chief. And visually and aesthetically, it's kind of intense, right? It shows that, like, there's some intensity going on with his character and, like, what he's been through, which I think will be cool to get some backstory. But I really don't know when this takes place. Like, is this before the video games? Is this like an origin story? Is this after the video games? Like, it definitely catches my attention. I mean, Cortana's in it, which Cortana had died or Cortana was killed or something.
That might have been the third. I'm not sure. I'm not privy on that, but that's... I think what would be cool is if this was like the first, because it's supposed to be a show, correct? So
yeah,
I think it would be a good look if the first season was a prequel to, like, leading up to the first game. Yeah. And, like, because my whole shit with this is, like, just don't fuck my childhood up with this shit, because Halo 1 through 3 is, you know, that was what the homies were rocking back in the day. Like, we played a lot of Halo 3 online.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing for me, too, is, like, you just said, don't fuck up our childhood. I mean, the first thing that popped in my head is, like, dude, the budget for this would have to be so fucking big, because this game was so vast and it's such a huge universe, and to bring that to life in live action, mind-bogglingly expensive.
And it was a trendsetter. And you looked it up.
Yeah, I looked it up. It was $200 million for the whole series. And I don't know if that's just season 1 or all the seasons, but just to give you, kind of a reference, One Up asked me, like, what did Game of Thrones have for a budget? And it was like $10 million an episode, which, if this is like a 10 episode, first season, and it's got a $200 million budget, that's way bigger than Game of Thrones, which is fucking wild.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that I think it's got to be like top 10 most expensive budgets for a season of all time.
Easily.
It's got to be.
And that's what it deserves, though. I mean, it's such an insane universe, and to bring it to life with the characters and, like the main alien, what was his name?
Arbiter.
The Arbiter, yeah.
It's voice acted by Keith David, which I was going to say, like, they should definitely bring the voice actors back for some of the characters, like Cortana. I don't know if that was the same voice actress, but, like, Keith David should voice act Arbiter, because that's what made the character what it was, in my opinion.
Cortana sounded like Cortana, so I would assume...
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like hone in entirely, but it could very well have been her. And I also think it's really interesting that they used Cortana as the AI for the Windows operating system. You know how, like, Siri is for Apple, Cortana is for Windows, and it definitely came out after Halo was already out. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
So it's just, like, weird that they just, like, copped that. I was like, oh, this is Cortana.
No, facts. Just the fact that they were putting this much of a budget, it's going to be huge. It's going to be enormous, and I think it could really break the internet, to be honest, especially with the new Halo game just dropping, and so touching on the new generation of gamers, and then the Halos that we grew up on. I mean, this is like 5 generations of gamers, right?
Yeah. Well, they had a crazy jump off with the, like, online multiplayer, right?
Of course.
Like, Halo 3 was, like, it's like the godfather of shooters online. It really is.
And I think the only way to really take a video game and bring it to life in cinema is by doing a TV series like The Witcher, for example. Because we've seen video games in the past be transferred over into movies, and they really don't do well because there's just too much content in a video game to slam into a 2-hour movie. And so I think that doing it in a TV series, they get to take their time on it, and they get to really make sure that, you know, each thing is explained and shown. I think that that's the best way to do it. So if they're going to do it that way, it's better than doing a movie for sure.
Yeah, like I would say, I wouldn't mind if they did the first season. Say it's a 10-episode season. The first season is leading up to the first game, and then the second season is the first game. And the third season is also the first game, because there's a lot of content, a lot of different zones, things going on. You can really milk it. The second game can be season 4 and 5, and then Halo 3 can be, 6 and 7. I mean, that's 7 fucking seasons. And like, think about all the things that happen in those 3 games.
Yeah, and if they don't do it for 7 seasons, if they do this like 1 season or 2 seasons, like it's just not enough. Yeah, it's just not enough.
It's not enough.
No,
this could be absolutely great if the pacing's right and they respect the material, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Or it could be absolutely trash, like if they try to cram too much, or if they try to be too original. Like, oh, it's Halo, but it's not any of the story material we're familiar with. It's like, what the fuck? This isn't Halo. Then, like,
yeah.
I mean, like for me, you definitely within the first 2 seasons have to touch on, like, Master Chief. Like the start of season 2 would be Master Chief waking up, like you do in the first level.
Yeah.
In Halo 1, and you're like, like that would be, or it could be season 1. But I'm just saying, like, they could lead in with a prequel, which would be cool, and then like the end of it is like episode 1 or the first level in the game, and then you're like, oh, season 2 is going to be the first game. Like that would be hot. Right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
there's a lot into Halo, and they're doing this. They're fucking doing it, and that's exciting because they have a huge budget, and it's gonna be fucking done. So let's fucking go. I'm excited.
Yeah. I mean, I'm optimistic. I hope they don't fuck up my childhood, like I said, and just fuck up the material, because like Halo 1 through 3 goes without being said, it's like a really great trilogy.
Fuck yeah.
You could argue it's like top 10 trilogies of video games of all time. Like it did so much for the gaming community. Like shout out to Bungie. So I'm optimistic. I hope the best for it. Like the trailer was cool. You kind of saw something you've never seen, like his skin. I don't think you've ever seen Master Chief's skin.
Yeah.
But you still couldn't see his face. Cortana was talking, and it was just like, oh shit, this could be hot. And so we'll see what happens. I hope it's dope. If it's not, then fuck Paramount for doing this and fucking up our shit. But I mean,
I'm fucking juiced, man. Let's have it come out. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let us know if you think that we're off base with what we think, but we want to see what you think, how this series is going to come out. Let us know if you think it's going to be good, if it's going to be trash. If you think it's going to be trash, let us know why. If you think it's going to be good, let us know why. Let us know your thoughts of what timeline it's going to take place on, whatever the case is. We want to hear it. And then definitely leave a like on the video if you haven't already. We want to make more content like this for you. You giving us a like helps us out a lot.
That being said, appreciate all you motherfuckers listening to this episode of Hot Takes and this trailer breakdown over the new Halo trailer. And we'll me and John Smith will catch you next episode. Appreciate y'all. Deuces.
Peace.